Yo, how's it going my guys? What's going on? I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Update 26.0 has just dropped and there is a lot to get through, so let's jump straight into this, shall we? So there's been so many mixed reviews about the update so far, ladies and gentlemen, good and bad. You're going to have to let me know what you think down in the comments below, but we're jumping straight in with what is probably the biggest and most controversial change to the game. Yep, you know exactly what it is. That is the removal of magic crystals and the introduction of magic bells. So now you are able to summon the legendary units that you are looking for rather than getting random legendaries throughout the season for the cost of magic bells. You are guaranteed the legendary unit you are looking for, depending on the faction that is going on that week, at 30, 40 and 50 bells, and you are maybe going to get a legendary at any other spin up to them numbers. I think it has got a 0.5% chance of getting a legendary, and then you can get normal cards, fragments and other good rewards from that roulette. Getting a scrapper there, ladies and gentlemen, and that is actually wonderful. If you are going to be getting decent legendaries throughout your 30, 40, 50 spins, I'm not going to be complaining at that, and that's what I seem to have seen or seem to have gathered so far. The amount of legendaries you're getting per season does seem to have increased quite dramatically compared to last season. But that was really nice, ladies and gentlemen, getting that scrapper dapper do there whilst recording for you all to see. Absolutely beautiful. We'll see if we can get another legendary in my next 9 spins. We're getting a double archer there. But did you see the animation as well for getting that scrapper dapper do flying in from the top of the screen? That was absolutely awesome. I'm really happy with that, guys. Some nice quality of life features being introduced. But no, I don't think I'm going to get another legendary here. I think I've used up all my RNG for the day. Nope, unfortunately not, but I can't moan. A scrapper out of that and one more spin and I am guaranteed that dryad, so not too bad at all. Swiftly moving on to my favourite part of the update, ladies and gentlemen, and that is crit rewards. I think this is an absolutely wonderful addition to the game. Getting rewarded for upgrading your crit, that is really nice, and the rewards on the free to play side of the pass are absolutely awesome. You get in rare fragments, epic fragments, you're getting legendaries. If you do decide to buy the paid pass, you're getting 2,000 crystals all the way up to 3,000 crit. But the divisions, ladies and gentlemen, are hopefully going to be helping out with that matchmaking as well. Division 4 1,300, Division 5 1,700, 6 at 2,300 and Division 7 finishing there at 3,000 crit and upwards. So we'll have to wait and see after a few days how the matchmaking is playing out. If it's been a bit similar, if it has changed a little bit, you'll have to let me know what you think down below. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about this one as well, because Rush Royale decided they weren't going to mention this absolutely anywhere, but they have introduced a brand new item in the way of a star coin, which allows upgrading a unit up to and including level 9 without using gold and card copies, and you're going to be able to receive them from the random league rewards. So hopefully they're going to help out in upgrading them levels, them early levels, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, they didn't mention that absolutely anywhere. Don't forget to be using them when you do get them from them random leagues. Whew, there is a lot to get through in this update, but I am absolutely here for it, ladies and gentlemen. The big updates keep me going. But a brand new amulet has been introduced into the game, and that is the Amulet of Swiftness. So we're going to go ahead and craft 5 new amulets here. We're getting 2 off the bat there, which is absolutely amazing. So hopefully we're going to be able to slowly but surely work up to getting a nice gold Kingdom of Light Amulet of Swiftness, because the Amulet of Growth has been greatly nerfed. At the end of each round you are losing 2% damage off your Amulet of Growth now, which is just so painful, because once you do get set up and you're just not really doing too much late game, you're going to be forced to try and move your units that are on the green tiles, which you can't really do. It makes no sense, but hopefully the Amulet of Swiftness is going to come in and absolutely clutch that up, but we'll have to wait and see. Next we have 2 brand new units. Well, 2 units with brand new talents. Coming in first is the Archer, ladies and gentlemen, and that level 9 talent on the left hand side. Every attack by the Archer has a 15% chance of hitting 2 random targets with special poison arrows, which periodically inflict the venom for 170% of the archer's damage and increase the venomous affection damage received by 20%. Each hit from a poison arrow will increase the periodic damage by 10% up to a maximum of 1500%. So that is a lot of damage if you can get all them poison arrows off, get them hitting, get them flowing, and get the damage going, my guys. But quickly moving on to exploding arrows, and every attack by the archer has a 15% chance of hitting a random target with a special exploding arrow. The exploding arrow inflicts 350% of the archer's damage as area damage. So that is really nice, ladies and gentlemen. Getting a bit of AoE with the archer is gorgeous. But moving on to Jagged Tip now, and when an archer is summoned or merged, all archers will inflict 30% extra damage with special arrows for 20 seconds. And then we're moving on to Robust Bowstring. When an archer is summoned or merged, all archers on the player's field will release one extra special arrow for 20 seconds. These extra arrows will inflict 70% less damage. So again, very good. Mark of the Hawk now though. Whenever a boss or mini-boss appears, every archer will launch a Battle Hawk at it. The Hawk will inflict 600% of the archer's damage in the area affected and will also place a hunting mark on monsters in the area. Every mark increases the archer's damage against the target by 5%. Absolutely overpowered, ladies and gentlemen. But moving on to that last right hand side talent, Hawk Hunting. When an archer is summoned or merged, and also with a 5% chance when a monster dies, a random archer will summon a hawk. The hawk moves towards the monsters and inflicts 400% of the archer's attack damage. Every hawk receiving a hunting mark, which increases the hawk's damage by 10% for each mark. But last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, that almighty level 15 talent, the Ranger, is just going to be keeping you winning games. There's a 15% chance of a Ranger appearing in place of the archer with a hawk on his shoulder. The Ranger has a bonus 2.5% chance of inflicting critical damage and a 30% chance of firing special arrows. Jagged Tip or Robust Bowstring are always active for the Ranger, and any merging or appearing of an archer will increase their bonuses by 2 times, ladies and gentlemen. 2 times! That archer is going to be absolutely amazing now. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to be absolutely overpowered, like legendary overpowered, but for the very first unit you use in the game to finally get talents and maybe finally be viable, I am very happy. But quickly moving on to Sentry now, ladies and gentlemen, and that first left hand talent, Spotter. 4 corner tiles become the sentry's guard posts. A sentry standing on such a tile becomes a spotter. The spotter's enhanced bolts attack the first target. When hit with the spotter's enhanced bolt, the target gains a mark that increases the damage inflicted by the sentry's enhanced bolt by 15%. The maximum bonus damage is 300%, ladies and gentlemen, so you're getting a nice hefty chunk of damage from that first talent. Once again, if you are getting them sentries in them corners, getting them, hitting them monsters coming out of the portal. But change of guard now, that right hand talent, 2 central tiles adjacent to the path become the sentry's guard post rather than them 4 corners. The damage from sentry's enhanced bolts increase by 20% when a sentry is moved to a guard post or if it appears there, and the damage bonus is reduced to 5% after setting a sentry onto the guard post 9 times. But every 15 seconds the tiles are moved around, so you can keep on getting that buff throughout the game rather than having to get your sentries set on them tiles and just sat there not really doing too much. So it isn't really too bad. It's quite a difficult one to pick from those two. But moving on to that triple shot now, baby. A sentry standing at a guard post has a 40% chance to shoot 2 additional enhanced bolts at random monsters. Not too bad. Getting an extra couple of shots really could be helpful just to get that increase in damage. But Ever Vigilant is really nice. Every time a sentry appears at a guard post, all sentries have their attack speed increased by 50% for 10 seconds. If the bonus is received again during that time, the effect is renewed for 10 seconds and the attack speed becomes equal to 100%. So that is absolutely awesome. Getting an extra 100% attack speed on your sentries, and that could be very good for the change of guard where it is keeping on moving around the board. You'll have to let me know if you're using it, how you're getting on with it. But Exploding Bolt now, ladies and gentlemen, on that left hand side, that 13 talent, enhanced bolts from the sentries standing at guard posts additionally explode, inflicting area damage and shattering enemy armor by 15% in a small radius around the point of impact. So very strong again. We all know that 13 talent is really where things start coming into play. But Deadly Bolt, the sentry's enhanced bolts get a 5% chance to inflict critical damage. Can we complain at an extra 5% critical damage? I do not think so, ladies and gentlemen. But Ballista now, the almighty 15 talent, there is a 20% chance that a Ballista wielding sentry will appear on the field. This sentry's enhanced bolt steal, 200% extra damage. Merging any sentry will cause all ballistae on the field to fire. A ballista shot is guaranteed to deal critical damage, and the number of targets is in proportion to the merge rank of the ballista wielding sentry. So you could be hitting up to 7 targets if you're getting a merge 7 ballista wielding sentry on the board, doing the damage, doing the work, going the distance, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really excited to be jumping into some PvP and testing out the archer and the sentry. Hopefully I haven't climbed too much ladder where they're just not going to be viable at all, but we will have to wait and see. Alright, moving on to events next then, ladies and gentlemen. We're slowly but surely working our way to the last few little bits of the update, but the events haven't changed too much. We've got a slight little change in rewards in accordance to event tokens, but the main change to the event is that you're able to get any event legendary from any event, which is absolutely amazing, and the cost of them has decreased dramatically. And I know that is going to be in accordance to the fact that you have to spend a lot more legendaries to upgrade your units now with the removal of magic crystals. I will chuck a chart up now for you to be able to compare the amount of legendaries that you need to be able to get all your units up to the 15. But there's also an event chest in there, which is a chest of choice, so you're able to get any legendary that you want for, again, just them 100 tokens. So it's definitely 100% worth playing them events now to be able to get them tokens and get them legendaries under your belt, my guys. Absolutely insane moves from the Rush Royale developer team there. Absolutely crazy. I do still think that heroes are locked to the events, so like you saw there, it's Necromancer week. Maybe the next event is still going to be Zeus, and the next event will be Fortuna. I still think it's going to play out like that. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm pretty certain that's how it's going to be. But guys, that's almost all the update covered. Let me know what you are thinking down to the update in the comments below. Leave a like if you are enjoying it, and if you are thinking you're going to enjoy the update, or if you enjoy the video or anything like that, I'd love a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new around here as well, guys. But let's swiftly move on to one of the last things in the update. Alrighty then, my guys, I do think this is the last thing that I'm going to be covering from the biggest but best update of Rush Royale so far, and that is the brand new enchantments for your equipment. I'm not sure 100% which ones are the new ones off the top of my head, but we do have Border Guards in the common and the rare. We've got Brotherhood, Astral, Pocket Exhaustion 3. I know we've had 1 and 2 previously, but I do believe 3 is a new one. We've got Foundling 4, again we've had 1, 2 and 3, but I think 4 is a new one. And we've also got the spell doubling Brotherhood and Reverse there. Absolutely insane plays coming from the Rush Royale developer team this update. I really do like it. I think it is a good one, the majority of it at least. Alrighty then, my guys, I do believe that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. I think I've managed to break everything down quite well for you. Make sure you're dropping a like if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you are new around here, and I'm going to be coming in with them archer and sentry talents very soon. Until next time, peace!
Light, a little bit of gold. Under pressure, you start to fold like a diamond from gold.